Welcome to our workshop here where most of the major repairs, minor repairs are made. We have our test track for the different gauges of trains we run. We have another workbench here which is mostly, I guess, stuff that comes in and needs to be repaired or possibly in process of being repaired. We have various machine tools, our drill press, metal lathe, another machining type unit there, and various tools related to that.
The shelving is where we store the trains in the off-season. We have the various scales. This is a G scale, which is somewhat like they call garden scale. It's the largest and it takes up the most space. We have this featured upstairs in the fountain gallery, what we call the mountain scene, and we also have it on the Thomas. But during the off-season, we keep it stored back here. Then this center section are all trains that go with the Duke Energy layout. They're all 2-rail, O-scale with an outside 3rd rail pickup. The diesels, the steam locomotives, many of these were kit bashed in the 30s. Put together by the back shop of the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad in Baltimore. Then we also, on this side, we have a Lionel pre-war trains that ran before the Second World War, which are some of these down here. Then we have Lionel Super O. So we have many different scales here.
If you look here, this is a G scale, which is the garden, and this is the O scale, which is about 75% of what we run here. So a 6-foot tall man standing here would be 1.5 inches tall. And that's basically the 2 scales we run here. A lot of people have these around the area in their yard, which the track is weatherproof. They can run them in snow. And I just love the scale simplicity of the trains. It's just so neat to see buildings and shrubbery and tracks that are actually to scale so everything works properly.
In the 30s in New York City, Grand Central Station, the steam engines, you see how large the steam engine is. They could not navigate the curves to get into Grand Central Station. So they would use small electric locomotives with this outside 3rd rail, if you can see that, to pick up the electricity. That's what we have on the Duke Energy trains. You see a locomotive here with these outside pickups to pick up the electric. Now, most Lionel has their 3rd rail in the middle. But this came about, like I said, because the trains couldn't navigate to get into Grand Central Station. And so at the time, during the 30s, they used electric engines with an outside 3rd rail pickup. This is a new locomotive that we just purchased. It's called a Bud car, made by the Bud Company, rail diesel locomotive. Now what we'll need to do is fit this outside pickup onto this so that it can run on our layout. Now getting back to the Duke Energy trains, when this layout was at CG&E, their operating season was like October through January, so they had a very limited time to repair these items. They had 3 people at all times on this workbench that you see behind us, which actually the parts came from that layout or that era. So we do our best. Like I said, a lot of this stuff was made in the 30s. So it's ancient. It actually takes a machinist to make some of the parts. We do this because we want to display the trains. We want the public to be able to come back year after year and see them and enjoy them. People have been coming for 75 years. This is our 75th anniversary. So we want to continue the holiday magic, so to speak.